Good morning. Hi kids, welcome to Terry on Tuesday. Coming to you from the kitchen of creation again, and you'll notice that I have a friend with me. Yes? The TARDIS. No, I'm kidding. Marvin's head, and since we last saw him, I can't remember what happened last. I think the last time you saw him I was spraying him silver. And then of course, I think it was this past weekend, should have been the Cardiff Tattoo Con, which I was due to host and Marvin was supposed to appear at, which got cancelled due to the current pandemical. And the clock has been reset another year, till next year. So that gives me more time to actually get this guy finished, tested, assembled, the lot. So, as it's been a while, and I've been talking about all sorts of other things, I thought I would get back to work on Marvin's head here. And like I said, after I painted it, I was kind of like, 99% is good enough. And I thought, well, do you know what? No, I think as I've got the time, I can at least get their head, or at very least the face, looking sweet. So there are a couple of little things that I want to sort out. His top lip up here is a little bit wonky. There's some issues there. There's that little dent next to the side of his nose up here, which could do with a little bit of filling. Now, obviously, I should have done all this beforehand. I mean, there's some marks up here, some little indentations, and I think it would still benefit from another bit of thing. Oh, somehow, I don't know how, but see that scratch on his head? Yeah, that's what I get for putting it upside down. While I was working on the neck, the collar, I've glued it on all the way around, and at the moment I've masking taped most of it up because I've got to sand all this down and get some filler on it and then paint all that. But other than that, it's not terrible. I mean, there are some slightly shonky bits at the side here that I think I should go around and tart up just a little bit, just because. And the nicer this bit looks, the better the entire robot will look. To be honest, most people, I think, when they look at a costume or anything, they want it, is the face right? Is the head right? And if that's right, you can, you can get away with the rest of it being 99% or whatever. One thing I did notice, which is not anyone's fault really, looking at this front on, dead on like that, compared to the real thing, I think if I had to make this head again, I would just take the model and stretch it a little bit vertically. This seems a bit square. What is it? What is it, by the way? Let's quickly measure. I'll do this in inches, in case there's anyone American out there. So it's about 10 inches wide, and from top to bottom, it's about 14. I think it should have been stretched a little bit more, so it's a little bit more rectangular, or squished, depending this way, but it's almost unnoticeable. I love it. I love it to death, so I'm not going to get rid of this anytime soon, considering how much work's gone into it. So, I mean, he weighs a bit of a weight now, it's all the fiberglass inside, but now he's nice and strong, So yeah, I'm just going to be doing some work on this afternoon, being Sunday afternoon, and I'll see how long I can go before my hangover, which is why I got bags under my eyes, before the hangover kicks in. I'm going to knock off the music because I might get a copyright strike if I'm not careful. So let's quickly do that, even though I like a bit of music. There we go. So that's less distracting. By the way, I listen to Night Ride FM online, basically on YouTube or online. It's all synthwave and not EDM really, it's synthwave and chillwave and all that kind of good stuff. Anyway, what to do? Well, we've got top lip, dent on the nose, some irregularities, scratch on top. I'm just going to be skipping through this this process, and I'll come back to you when it's time to summarise. So hopefully it won't be too long a video. All right. Okay, so I've been sanding for about, well, 45 minutes. It's gone from doing the problem areas that I was talking about to having a quick look all round. So I've done some more on the top, smoothed that out. Yeah, dusty kitchen. Just kind of tarted up some of the bits that I think had little dings and bumps and stuff. So I've done a bit on the sides here. I haven't touched the other side yet. That's the next thing to do. Then I'm going to get the Dremel out and make sure that this edge flange thing is connected to the collar, especially at the front. There's a bit of an overhang there. Trim all those off. I might get filler out, I don't know. There are a couple of little dents, not Arthur dents, see what I did there. But yeah, I think the only thing that really needs filler is that little bit there, but I've smoothed it off quite well. And I've done my best to get a rounded needle file into the top lip there to give it more of a curve, because originally it was getting in danger of getting very flat. But it's already an improvement. What I think I'll do now is to just have a quick look at the sides around this X thing here. Needs a little bit of smoothing out, and then I might go for another bit of a primer. I started looking at the back, as you could probably see, and although there's no major dents and bumps there is a little bit of orange peeling on the paint, you know, which is, it's okay, it's got that kind of hammerite feel, but I thought I'd smooth it a little bit more. If I'm going to be giving this an entire coat of silver again, why not try and smooth some of the orange peel out? So I think a gentle rub with a high grade sandpaper will smooth that off quite nicely, and although it won't be 100%, it'll be okay. So I'm just going to finish off some sanding on the side here. And it's the end of that chapter. That's all the edges around the collar. Flush out. Give it a little rub with the sandpaper now, just to finish any last bits off. And it might be your time to primer it. Okay, so it's just gone midnight. Not that I've been at it all day and all night. But as you can see now, there's a lot of areas where you can see he's been sanded, and a little bit of filler here and there. And what I've also managed to do now is get the filler all the way around the collar. I mean, all this needs sanding smooth at the moment, but I've done 3/4 of it, so it's a bit smoother all the way around. Bit of filler needed on the top there to make it level. It's all quite nice and smooth. I think that will be fine. I haven't put any filler in that dent by his nose, but I may have to drop a little bit of filler in there and sand it tonight. Just like I say, you've got to smooth out this bit which hasn't been done yet. But other than that, I think he'll be a little bit smoother. So let's have a see how he's finally looking. Right, so amongst the sandbags, you can just make out where the dent next to his nose used to be. It's not too bad. I've been around a couple of times with the paint, used quite a lot of paint, but I mean, although there's to the naked eye there are still a few dings and dents and scratches, but let's face it, I'm not going to get it much better than that. I am not the genius that some people are when it comes to sanding and filling and all this malarkey, but I'm more than happy with how he looks now. One thing I do want to do is I forgot, and see that bit up here, there's some filler up there. I need to cut that off and sand it down a little bit and then repaint it. But other than that,
The back is actually quite nice, and the top, but it's the detail bits are a bit scruffy, but I am more than happy with how he's looking, and I think if I do that bit at the back at some point today, I can get the clear coat on him by the end of the day. Okay, so in order for me to get this footage into the editing software and get a video ready for tomorrow, I'm going to call it a day on this at the moment. Next week you'll see where I am with a clear coat and hopefully some details. So that's it for me for this week. Hope you found that slightly interesting. It's got to be more interesting than not doing a video, which is what I was planning to do. And that's it. So I will see you all next week for a bit more moulding. So take care now, and bye bye.